What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Simpson Built. So we got a couple things that are in the mail, a couple random things, and we're gonna get thrown on the car. Got a Willwood brake master cylinder, which I'm gonna have to change some directions on the plate because this plate from Hush is actually the style for the OEM master, which is angled just like that, and we went with this style that is straight up and down. So all we gotta do is just change the plate for this to mount to, and we will be good to go on that. And then we can work on brake lines, pads, rotors, calipers, and all that good stuff. Knock out the whole brake system, and then we can knock everything like this off the list, as well as the staging brake, which I got everything all lined up on that. Getting ready to pull the trigger on something. I don't know what I'm going to buy, whether it's my intake or if I'm going to go ahead and just buy my ECU, and we're going to go with the K-Pro V4. So one of those two are going to get ordered. I'm not exactly sure which one I want to go with first. Regardless, whichever one I buy, the car won't start. So if I buy the ECU, I won't have an intake to run the car. Buy the intake, won't have an ECU to run the car. So we're going to get one of them. I don't know. But we're going to go ahead and focus on this stuff. And we're going to open this up with you guys. Show y'all what we got. And get this stuff installed. I know it's a couple small things, so it'd be like a really short, simple video, but we're at the point now where this car is almost completely done, running and driving, ready to be tuned, and we're going to do all the small stuff together so you all can see what little bit that's actually going to go into the car to get it running. Sorry about my little crackhead son. What are you doing? Alright, well, let's roll the intro. Alright, so we got 3 separate packages here. We're going to go ahead and get them opened up, and then we will explain what we got. Alright, so what we got here in this K-Tune package is a sensor adapter. Now on this top part, that's where our oil pressure sensor will go to. I got a couple caps to block off the other ports that we're not going to be using, but the reason why I got this is we're going to run a fitting here, like a dashboard fitting, and that's going to be our fitting and our oil supply to the turbo. So hey. Hi. So that's what that's for. The plugs, got a couple O-rings. They provided some Teflon tape, which we do have plenty of, but it does not hurt to have extra. It went on the other side. Other side. We got our oil feed line to go from the turbo to that adapter. What are you doing? Are you having fun? I wish I had your energy. So that's what that's for. That should be long enough to reach from the turbo all the way to the passenger side of the car for the location of the oil pressure sensor. We got some hose for dash 10 fittings, and that's going to be for our return. I got these 2 guys right here. I've had these for a while, and I was just going to go order some new ones. Yes, these are like 2010-10 fittings, but if I already got them and they work, I'm gonna use them. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get started on this. I do not, as of right now, have the adapter, the little fitting for the oil feed to thread into. I gotta get it ordered. It is a -4 AN to 1/8 MPT, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure it's 1/8. So I gotta get that ordered, and then we'll be able to get that threaded in and finish off on the turbo kit and have the oil line ran for the feed, and we already have everything for the return. So the only thing I have to do is, like I said, just get that fitting for that oil line to thread into at the oil pressure sensor. So we'll go ahead and get this stuff knocked out. Alright, so we went ahead and started with our oil return line.
Hi.
Hello.
Choo-choo train.
Showing that you're playing with the choo-choo train? So we're doing our return line right now. Went ahead and got our fittings and stuff on. Everything's ready to go. Got our fitting on the oil pan. And of course it's already, the fitting for the return's already on the turbo. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this on the oil pan itself, and then we will feed it up through underneath and get it mounted up to the turbo. Alright, so as you're seeing, we got the oil return line on. Got it ran down the transmission. Got it tucked up out of the way underneath from the transfer case. Got it straight across. It's all tightened up, ready to go. It's not going to make any contact with anything. Zip tied up out of the way. Still gave it that kind of like how it slopes down, so it won't hold the oil in the lines. It'll just drain straight down. So we should be good to go. Now I'm going to focus on the oil feed portion, and that'll be getting this adapter on, which this guy right here screws off, and you can put this adapter piece on first. Okay, so yeah, you got this little adapter piece, and that's actually what seals up to the block. And then this will tighten up on top, and then your oil pressure sensor will go right here. And actually I said the block, it's actually on, yeah, it's on the block. So that's right. For those that don't know, it is right up under here. You'll see a little plug right above the oil filter, and that's where it's at. Might be able to see it better from over here, but we'll show you. It's on his backside. That's, yeah, I'd probably better to see it right here. There's your oil pressure sensor. Just go ahead and unplug that guy, get it pulled off, and then this will thread in. Very simple. So we're gonna go ahead and get an idea of what size this is. I'm not 100% sure. I want to say it's like a 22, maybe. All right. Yeah, it's a 22. So we'll go ahead and get the oil pressure sensor pulled off, get this adapter piece put on, and we will get an idea of which direction these ports are going to be, and the ones that we aren't going to use we'll go ahead and plug, and the ones that we are going to use, which should just be one of them, and that's what our fitting will go to. And I've actually got that ordered and it's on the way. Like I said, it's a -4 to a 1/8 MPT, so I got that on the way. Just a heads up, before you get this stuff installed, use your Teflon tape. Run Teflon around these threads right here that actually goes into the engine, and then I mean, you still got an O-ring right here, but use the Teflon. Use the Teflon for right here as well on this bottom portion of the threads, and you do have an O-ring right there. And as well as your oil pressure sensor, use Teflon for it when you get it screwed into the top. And then you got your little caps. I'd recommend putting Teflon on them, which I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, just should be able to run one little strip around them, get them threaded in. Might as well go ahead and do it all, but be sure to use Teflon, and that'll help seal this up when you got oil pressure, so much pressure like that. Yes, the O-rings will do their job, but you also got the Teflon tape to back up to make sure you're not going to have any oil leaks, and which is a good thing because you're building what, 60 to 80 psi of oil pressure. That's a lot, so better be safe than sorry. Alright, so just a quick little note before I get this installed. Whenever you're doing Teflon tape, say you're threading it, of course, righty tighty, lefty loosey. So when you're threading it to the right, you'll want to take your Teflon and wrap it the opposite way. That way when you are threading it, it's not unrolling your Teflon off the threads. So with us turning this to the right like that, clockwise, you'll want to take your Teflon tape and go counterclockwise, and that'll help keep it locked in place, and it won't pull it off as you're threading into whatever piece you're threading in. So just a quick note, very helpful. A lot of people don't know that, so I'm sure somebody may have just learned this. I've known this for a while, so yeah, that's a little note. So let's get this installed. Now we got that guy installed. Look like adapting everything on, all plugged up and everything. So I got to figure out which, there's two little fittings here, and pretty sure there is 1, 2. Yeah, there's 3 ports on that. So 2 of them will get capped off, and then more than likely this one right here, we'll use that for our oil feed because it's literally parallel with straight over to the turbo, run straight across. So we'll use that and have it fed straight over to the turbo. And we're going to use on the oil line, we're going to put the 90 up top on the turbo, and then have this run straight over to that K-tuned adapter. And then we should be squared away. So like I said, it'll feed straight across, go straight into the adapter right here, come over, and with the length of this, it's long enough for me to come over this backside rather than keeping it over here on this side and then wrap it up, make it like a really tight fit. I'm trying to keep it away from the exhaust as much as possible. So I'll feed it underneath and then have it come around and have the 90 straight down to there. So I should have that taken care of. And like I said, as far as this, for the brake master, we're gonna get the different style plate, the one that mounts up and down rather than the OEM mounted style. And that should pretty much wrap it up on the oil lines and stuff. So like I said, I got that fitting on the way for the adapter, and then should have it taken care of. Alright, so now we got our fitting came in the mail. Got my little sidekick out here with me eating some pizza. It's pizza. And went ahead and threw some Teflon on it. And this is the fitting that's going to go on to this little K-tune adapter. And that will go to our oil feed line. What?
Mama, pizza.
You want more pizza?
Yeah,
More?
Pizza.
Okay, we'll finish that and then we'll go get you some more. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this threaded. Actually, this little hose down here, I've sourced that together from some other stuff that I had, and that actually runs from the water pump to the oil cooler. And I do not have the other hose that goes from the oil cooler up to the head, or to the block, I'm sorry. I did not have that hose, so I actually got in touch with IPG. If you don't know them, there's their sticker right there, and there's their Instagram. They can get a lot of what, buddy? Yeah, we'll leave it up there. They get a lot of red tag parts, which OEM, and I got in contact with James and told him I needed the oil cooler hose, the hose that goes the in and out. So, oh, thank you, buddy. So I went ahead and got them ordered. So here's the part number for them. This is from the water pump to the oil cooler. And then this is from the oil cooler to the block. The little U-shaped one. So got these in. I'm gonna go ahead and get them installed as well, and finish that off, as well as getting this fitting on and getting our oil feed finished up. It is ran up underneath. Got it tucked over here out of the way. So I'm gonna get that fitting on there real quick, get these hoses on there real quick, and then we are going to update you with some very, very valuable information, and I'm super stoked with what we got coming in. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this installed, and then we'll update y'all with that. All right, so we got the oil feed completely tightened up. Not sure if y'all can see that. Oil feed completely tightened up. Got these brand new OEM oil cooler hoses on. So that'll complete everything that we wanted to put together on the car. Now, back to what I was saying about the little surprise. I ran across something on Marketplace, and actually it wasn't on Marketplace, it was on k20.org on Facebook, if you're familiar with that page. That's usually, that right there is the biggest go-to page for K-Series on Facebook. So I went ahead and hit the dude up, asked him if he still had it. Probably a couple hours goes by, he finally hits me back up, and actually commented back on the post, say he still had it. I was like, bet. So I went ahead, sent him a message, and told him I was really, really interested in it, and I needed it for my build. And he sent me the info and everything on it, sent me some pictures, told me what all it come with, which the post already said. And I told him, I was like, cool. I was like, I'm PayPal ready. Send me a price, PayPal fees, shipping, all that included. Got a really, really good deal on this, and it's supposed to be in the next 2 or 3 days, I'm gonna say. And we will get that installed, but that will be on another video. So just keep in mind, we got something really, really big planned, and it's something we need with this new setup. And I honestly, I'm surprised I ran across this deal, and I took full advantage of it. So good things come to those who wait. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this video out. So be sure to look out for the next video and see what we purchased, and we'll go over how much I paid for it and stuff like that. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. So stoked to get it onto the car. Can't wait to get it in, open it up, and check it out. So that's gonna be all for this video. As usual, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.